one of the best pieces of spiritual advice I can give you is to attune to the vibrations of love. There's two different kind of styles of spirituality, or two different kind of paths you can go down on the spiritual journey. There's fear-based spirituality, and then there's love-based spirituality. And the fear-based stuff, it's so addictive, right? It's, because we've been living in that state of fear. A lot of us have been living in a fearful state for quite some time. The fear is addictive because we're used to living in that state, depending on, how our childhood was, or if we had trauma, or if we've had abusive relationships. So the fear can be addicting because it's comfortable, right? With social media, there's all sorts of different spiritual types of content and, people talking about all this stuff. But the fear-based spirituality, it's dangerous. The kind of stuff like conspiracy theories or, the reptilian stuff, that stuff doesn't serve us, right? It's good to be informed. I do believe in a lot of that stuff. But the energies of fear do not serve us on our growth and our spiritual journey, because the energies of fear actually lower your own energy to that level. And fear is the main cause of the feeling of separateness, whereas the vibrations of love are the main causes of unity and oneness, right? Which is what we so desire. So do not go down the rabbit holes on social media or whatever books, or when you're talking to people of the fear-based spiritual stuff, because it just gets bad and it's addictive, right? Attune to the loving vibrations, the vibrations of love, the love-based spirituality. It's not as addictive though. It's just a better feeling. The fear-based stuff is dark and, messes you up. You can feel it in your energy systems, but it's addictive, right? But the love-based stuff, it doesn't hit as hard. There's not as much of a draw, when we've been living in the fear for so long. But the love-based stuff, it's way better for us, for our energy, for our consciousness, right? So when we actually just attune to this, and turn towards the loving, love-based spirituality, you can feel a difference, right? If you're watching a video on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and it's got kind of like scary music or a bad energy, or talking about, demons or scary stuff, right? Like fear-mongering. It just doesn't serve us. It's good to be informed, like I said, and there's no problem in believing these things. It's just we can't let the fear overtake our consciousness and our energy and affect us in that way, because it just doesn't serve us. The love-based stuff, you can just feel that energy, right? Just sense into what you consume, what you take in, like what kind of spiritual content or ideas you turn towards, and what kind of spiritual path you're going down. Always choose the vibrations of love, and you'll float up to that level because your energy matches whatever you're consuming, right?